So hi there, this week is Story Week on Skeptic 7, and let's face it, we've been through a lot of shit this week. I discovered that we were surrounded by millions of leprechauns, and we were probably going to die if we didn't sort them out. So we had to sort them out, and then we got stuck in quicksand, and then we got out the quicksand, and then Charlie was blown away, and then Albie caught him, and then Albie died, which was quite sad. And now it's my turn to carry it on for Porrick to finish tomorrow. So what happened was, we got out the quicksand, we were a bit dirty, we were covered in sand and stuff. So now we had all these bits of zombie leprechaun pieces walking towards us. Sophie decided to run up to one and kick one, and it bit her foot off. So now Sophie has got no foot, and this leprechaun is just munching on Sophie's foot. And then another one comes along and it bites V's foot off as well. So now V has only got one foot. So then Sophie and V, they decide to tie each other to each other. They're one human, but there's two humans, if you know what I mean, and they're walking on two legs. So they're tied together, so they're just walking along quite happily. And then Sophie remembers that she had a bomb in her shoe, and she took the bomb out of her shoe and she threw it into the leprechaun. And one of them caught it and they threw it back to us, and it hit Gerard in the head, and then Gerard fell over and he was knocked out, and then Caleb decided to go and pick up the bomb, throw it back at the leprechauns. It landed in all the leprechauns and it blew everything up. All the leprechauns were blown away. We were blown back into the sheep field at Porrick's house. We just landed in all this old shit that was just festering, and this woke Gerard up. So Gerard, he was back alive, and then I decided it would be a good idea to eat one of these jelly beans that Albie had cried out at a jelly bean. I'd started choking on it and then I passed out, so we lost me. But then V, because she's from Oxford, she had a brain and she could see this yellow light in Porrick's house that was glowing upstairs, and then we all decided to walk towards this yellow light glowing in this room, but none of us knew what this yellow light was. And Gerard decided to throw a stone into the window to see what would happen if this yellow light got hit by a stone. And then the house, it glowed yellow and it grew feet, and then it started walking into all of these leprechauns that were a bit left over. They were half alive, they didn't have any legs, and this house trampled through all of these half-alive leprechauns, crushing them all into the floor. It was like meat whirled on the floor. There was just fingers, eyes, teeth, and then a hand fell out of the sky. It didn't move. Sophie decided to kick this hand. It was a human hand, and then it started crawling on the floor. It crawled up V's leg and up onto her face, and then Gerard decided to smack V across the face to knock this hand off because it was groping her face. And then this hand, it started growing back. It started growing an arm, and then it grew a body, and then it grew some legs, but it had long hair and we couldn't see its face. All of Skeptic 7, we all huddled up and we all moved back from this body that was just stood there. But who was this strange body that was stood before us? And then Caleb decided to take off his t-shirt, wrap it up, and start whipping this human to make it move, because it was just stood there. It could have helped us. It could have helped us go back to normal human life. So I will leave you with Porrick tomorrow to finish off what happened when Caleb whipped this human with his t-shirt.